In March of 2020, the full impacts of what would become a global pandemic were still unknown. But with health and safety always the top priority, the leadership of Fluor's government group took proactive steps to protect workers and their families. The first step was to advise office-based employees who were able to work remotely. At the same time, project managers were ensuring compliance with the government's direction on staffing. The goal was to safely provide uninterrupted service to the critical government missions Fluor is proud to support.
So this is basically what was happening at the Portsmouth site in March. It was unprecedented experience from a standpoint of having COVID build up in the country. We were starting to see some of the major cities in Ohio start to see COVID cases.
We were having a group discussion, and it was brought to both Duke and I's attention that we really had an issue with a pandemic, and we started developing a lot of our protocols. We brought communications in, we brought purchasing in, we brought HR in, and we started our strategy, as well as we implemented our pandemic plan within our ongoing conduct of ops.
Yeah, I remember that we had an emergency meeting in March, and we got our SMEs from Safety and Health and Public Health together, brought in to say, look, we've been treating this like it's going to be something like influenza, which is what I had predicted it was going to be, and we realized then that is not what it is. We need to do some different controls. We really need a different plan than we thought we might, and we're going to have to take some unprecedented actions.
The circumstances were certainly unprecedented, but the Fluor culture of taking on customers' toughest challenges is part of the government group's DNA. Benefiting from a robust supply chain and award-winning safety culture, the foundation for success was already in place.
Just like every other site, we were confronted with, the concern for the safety of our workforce. So initially the challenge was, let's step back, make certain that our workforce is going to be protected. And in doing that, what was the essential operations to maintain the safety of the facility and also to maintain our forward progress on those missions that could not be interrupted for national security.
We continue to perform the mission to standard and at times above the standard due to the implementation of corona restrictions and safeguards, which were influential in preventing and mitigating a corona outbreak within the workplace.
Once we decided on our control protocol and started putting it in action, shortly after that, a lot of other places started doing the exact same thing, and so the supplies, the ability to get masks, hand sanitizers, different sanitizing agents, went out the window. And we were really struggling, as you recall, trying to get that, and we had to really be resourceful, find local seamstresses that were making the masks, give them CDC guidance on how to make them. We found a local distiller that was making the hand sanitizer, that had switched their operations.
In the past, if you came to work sick, it was viewed as you're being strong, you're powering through, that's a good thing. And now all of a sudden, if you came to work sick, you're really, putting a lot of your coworkers in danger. So part of this was not just the procurement and the lack of resources, but also addressing the culture issues that we're having within the workforce.
Throughout the pandemic, Fluor's focus remained on safety. Staying nimble allowed the team to adjust to evolving guidance as updated information became available.
We wanted to go early and go hard, kind of hardcore early. We swarmed a plan. The return to work plan was one. The second piece is what I call the basic four, the big four. And it's basically screening, cleaning, masking, and distancing. If we did those four things properly, I knew that that was the primary defense that we would have in preventing COVID spreading on the site.
During the pandemic, we have taken on significant new missions for the government. We have, for the first time, accepted oil for storage from a foreign country. The first of those is Australia, and we expect others to come along, but we did that during the pandemic. We also adopted what we call the EFS, Exchange for Storage, whereby when the price of oil went negative, we were part of the President's solution to saving that industry, and we accepted somewhere north of 20 million barrels of oil for storage short-term storage from big and large oil companies, and we're now in the process of returning the last of that oil back to its owners.
I just have to step back and compliment this workforce. You know, we are 6,400 people strong, each one of us part of the community that we all live in here. So we're here to both protect the families of our workers by not bringing home the virus, but at the same time to protect our fellow workers here at the site. And so I have to compliment everybody. Everybody took it on as serious. When we asked for people to step out, wear masks, decontaminate, maintain social distances to a T, everybody did it. They did it without question. They knew it was the right thing to do, and they knew it was the right thing for the community, so everybody stepped up and did their part.
Not only were we able to adapt very quickly to a telework environment and protect ourselves, we have not had one work-related COVID case, period, and in the last 7 months while we've been teleworking. So our RH program, I'm very proud of that. We've been very successful. I've been very proud as well of our ability to adapt to telework effectively and to adopt and be successful at our new missions.
I'm proud of all of my employees and the ability of the team to come together during this period of uncertainty and continue to perform the mission, timely manner, and coming to work every day, and having personnel that I look forward to coming to work and working with, and I feel that they feel the same.
Delivering customers' missions under the most challenging of conditions has been Fluor's mantra for more than 100 years. And while 2020 has been unlike anything this generation of employees has seen before, they have approached the uncertainty with a confidence and sense of purpose that is reflective of their level of expertise and commitment to safety.
Looking back over the last 6 months of the experiences that we've had, I'd have to say is that we are a team here at Savannah River. We understand the importance of our mission and our objectives for the government, and we have worked together successfully to achieve those objectives.